So here's a good one about a guy who is rightfully divorcing his wife after the disrespect has gone too far. And you're going to see, guys, that aside from the whole disrespect thing, it is a darn strong possibility she's cheating on him. And when there is disrespect and there's no trust and clearly cheating, it is time to part ways. And oh yeah, by the way, she also drinks a heck of a lot, and that is a big problem for him. And there's just a lot of things that make them incompatible, and it's time to part ways. Titled, Am I the a-hole? My wife went to a party all weekend without telling me. And a shout out to Glenn for sending this story. He says, my wife has been very busy with work and school since August. 2 days out of the week, she's a full-time student, and the rest of the week, she works 2 jobs. Well, she's working her tail off. I'll give her credit there. Friday afternoon, I call her, and she casually tells me that her best friend Morgan, as in a girl named Morgan, convinced her to spend the night because she is going to a funeral the next day. I think nothing of this, but I told her that I effing hate the idea because I know she's going to drink. She has a few drinks most of the week since she's a bartender, and she knows I hate it when she drinks so often. Bartender. Nope, no thanks. That's if she is remotely attractive, and I'm going to guess she probably is. Bartenders, cocktail waitresses, interesting name for that. Waitresses, they're hit on all the time. They constantly have guys throwing their sausages at them. Yeah, no thanks. And the drinking thing? If he's not someone who's like that, it's a problem. Well, for some reason, I get a bad feeling, so I decided to drive to her friend's house at midnight just to make sure she was there, and to my shock, she wasn't there. Imagine that. Furious, I call her, and she didn't answer. I called again, and it's quiet. I ask her what she's doing, and she tells me she's just hanging out at her friend's house. I said, no you aren't, because I was just there, and her response was, oh, that's weird. Okay, so she's not there, and she's lying about the whole thing. And drinking, and all that. You put these all together, this isn't good. Well, I told her, I don't think I'll ever trust you again, and why are you lying to me? She says that she went to a party with her best friend and her boyfriend, as in the best friend's boyfriend. Then she tells me, I go to the party with Morgan, and this is how you react. I told her that she's right, and how could I do that? And just don't come home. Oh, what a great marriage. Yeah, something's up if she's hiding all this stuff behind him and blah, 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 but we're not done yet. Well, I don't hear from my wife for the entire next day, but a mutual friend tells me that my wife is at a party with her best friend that she was throwing, and I didn't even know about that. I told her I want a divorce, and I don't know what to do. My head is spinning, I'm angry and confused, but we just got married in August. Am I overthinking this? Dude, if you just got married in August, and it's October, because he just posted this, get it annulled. You guys are incompatible, okay? She drinks all the time, or drinks enough that's a problem to you. She's lying to you. She's disappearing. All these different types of things. It's just not a good situation. You know, who knows what things were like prior to them getting married? Probably was the same thing. I'm sure probably thought she was some kind of prize because he got a bartender that lots of guys want. Who the hell knows? But you know what? Life is short. You don't need this. So I have no problem with him wanting to end it with her. And it goes to show you guys, if there's smoke, there's fire. And trust your gut. And he trusted his gut and saw something was there. So if it ever gets that with your relationship, guys, just end it and walk away. But most importantly, don't get married to a gal that you have major differences from. And by the way, it sounds like they're both pretty darn young. I'm guessing they got to be probably under 25. That's just the dots I'm connecting here. And way too freaking young. Now, I'm going to go through the comment section. A lot of people have different views on this. One guy says here, I almost 100% don't agree with people's posts on here about relationships, but being married for 35 years, I totally agree with this post. You cannot have a successful marriage without trust. She openly lied to you and then ghosted you for an entire day. So who does that to a spouse? Only someone who doesn't really love or care about you. You need to run. Run and don't look back. She's nothing but pain and heartache in the future. Life's hard enough on you, but then a spouse just compounds the BS that we have to go through with the lies and deceit. Get out now. There you go. And by the way, I want to mention something here. I think the guy mentioned in here that she works 2 jobs and she goes to school, and pretty much I think he's the breadwinner here. So big surprise that she's with him. Another guy says to divorce her. She sounds like one of my friends who was doing this every weekend when her husband was deployed. She lied, would get drunk, flirt with one of the guys, which ended up with a drunken makeout, and made sure to get home by the time the husband would Skype her. I told her, this friend of mine, she should just divorce him because she obviously didn't seem to like that she wanted to be married because she kept acting like she was single. Long story short, he ended up divorcing her and found somebody else. While she's now the reverse of her former situation, karma. Well, there you go. Another one. Premeditated, took her toothbrush with her. Then lied about the location activities, fueled by massive alcohol consumption. My opinion, if she really took her toothbrush when she left for the weekend, then she planned on lying about her weekend activities. So clearly in the comment section, he mentions that she took her toothbrush with her. So obviously she meant to stay away for a while. Sounds like you've been married too long and are somewhere in your 20s. She has a major case of FOMO. She has an itch that you cannot scratch. Decades ago, I heard stories of massive numbers of cheaters in campus married student housing. Fortunately, my wife and I lived off campus. Lawyer time, my friend. Sorry. And one more. She lied to you twice. She's out getting drunk and laid. You tell her not to come home and want a divorce. She didn't even respond to that. You have your answer. Yeah, I mean, when he told her don't come home, obviously she's like, okay, asshole. Start a group chat with all the friends and family. Wife and I are divorcing. She has a drinking problem. As an example, she told me that she was going to her friend's place, staying over to a funeral the next day. Well, she lied and was out drinking with her friend and boyfriend. She never came home, and the next day she went drinking again and hooking up with other guys. I am done. I will block anyone that takes her side right after they come and get her stuff. There you go. I forgot to mention that, guys. Control the narrative. So remember, when you just have people that are just incompatible for lots of reasons, they should not be together, let alone getting married. And if they do, this is what's going to happen. But sadly, nowadays, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the term starter husband, where women think, okay, he'll be like my starter husband, the one I practice with, get my foot in the door, if you will, and then we're going to divorce, I'll get some resources and move on to somebody else. Well, I think he was her starter husband. I think probably he was working full-time and taking care of a lot of the things, making it easy for her. Who knows? But I say good for him, end of story.